please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? So this video was not intended nor planned, but something popped off, and you know what? Another valid conversation needs to be had about the separation between the creator, the streamer, the innovator, can't say that with a straight face, and those that view, whether they be a fan, a simp, a supporter, a hater perhaps, or the casual, someone that has accidentally stumbled across your content and has yet to make up their mind. They're on the fence, sat on it, literally with a fence post up their rectum. And I'm not entirely sure why this has to be said over and over again. Why some people idolize to such a degree they go and commit crimes against the creator, the streamer, the innovator. Or why they think it's okay to do that. FYI, it is not alright to do that. It is not okay to go to the home of a creator, a streamer. I'm not going to say the other one again because I can't say it with a straight face at all. It is not okay to follow them about, because it turns out when they're not doing their job, chances are they're trying to relax. When they're not doing their job, chances are they're doing something AFK. If you know what the acronym means, well done. If you don't, away from keyboard. Many of us exist in the online space because we work on it. Now I know some look down upon it and say, that's not a real job, go get a real one. For others, they can make obscene amounts of money doing this. I am not one of those people, it is why I have a job. Not that that pays very well either. The separation between the creator, the streamer, and those that view, the viewer, that might be easier to say going forward, is important. It is vital. Some people who are creators do real life stuff, and when they do that real life stuff, yes, they're going to bump into people that know them. A vast majority of those kinds of people will respect the boundary, but there's always a minority, there's always a small number of people who think they are above it. That think themselves above the very rules that everyone agrees to, think that they are an exception, they are something special, or think they're entitled to something from that creator. Unless it is a perk given to you over Patreon, Subscribe Star, PayPal, Streamlabs, or something else, Discord perhaps, YouTube memberships, Twitch subscriptions, any other platform that offers monetary exchange, on a monthly basis, that. Even then, you don't really have a valid excuse to follow that person around, to stalk, harass, to make it your point, your life's work, to find them. This kind of behavior is akin to that of doxing. It's in that realm. It is not acceptable. I use an avatar for that separation, and because I look like Joseph Merrick, crossed with Denzel Washington, of course. I am reflection, perfection. Can you not tell from the tone of my voice? If we, the vast majority, except a few within the world, can agree that doxing is bad, then those same people can agree finding people in real life, for whatever reason whatsoever, is up there. And if you are the person that has done things like that, you're a piece of crap. Simple as that. And I know there's at least one person within the world that has done that, or is a part of that, conducts that. They're a piece of shit. Simple as that. But this is not where we're going. We're going to a Twitch streamer who I have literally never heard of. But something so extreme happens to them, it has to be called out. It has to be. It's why I'm dressed in this freaking judge uniform and not doing Halls of Injustice when I should be. It's why this is an extra video on top of This Week at Twitter. This is so dumb, you deserve to be blasted for it. Not the streamer, but you, the person who committed the crime against the streamer. And I'll be honest, I can find very few, incredibly few, contexts where it would be remotely acceptable to do what you did. Over the years, there have been many different ways that creators have been hassled, harangued, stalked by viewers, supporters, people who believe they are entitled to your time. The vast majority invariably end with the viewer who has done the wrong thing getting into trouble legally. There are very few instances where the viewer, the supporter, has met the creator and that creator has suddenly gone, oh my god, let's marry. Was that just Onision at this point? Twitch streamer Just Foxy, aka Kylie Carter, has been left traumatized after an alleged stalker traveled over 650 miles in order to set her car on fire, creating a blaze which almost took her house as well. On Twitch, Foxy has about 600,000 followers. She streams games like Fortnite, Counter-Strike, and she has in a video detailed the occurrence, the disturbance as it were. At this point, she was not at her home. She was on vacation. At 2 in the morning, she got a call from her mother who woke her up and explained, while she was crying, that something really bad had happened. Quote, she said, "Someone caught your car on fire. I'm so sorry, I have to go, the police are here." At that point, Carter pulled up her home security camera feed on her phone where she saw her car in flames. Earlier footage shows a partially masked man placing some kind of box and circular object on the car's hood, which he then sets alight before walking away, casually like they didn't do anything. Pictures taken after the blaze were extinguished by the fire department show a car beyond saving. Its entire front end had melted to slag. That is an impressive burn. The blaze at the front of the car was so intense it had leapt to a nearby fence. After it took hold, it even spread to the streamer's house. At that point, her mother and her animals were inside, and the firefighters had managed to get the situation under control, but the fire had spread regardless. Carter did also say the person who did this is arrested and the police are handling everything, because a 28-year-old man matching the figure in Carter's security footage was found in the area and taken into custody not long after the crime was committed. The man is from East Meadow, New York, which is why the distance is quite impressive because Carter lives in Ohio. The man is this guy, Farhan Jami. This kind of crap, as I've mentioned, is not uncommon. 2 years ago, Amaranth's house caught on fire, which according to herself and the investigators believed was arson. If it's not fire, it's swatting, harassment, or deepfake porn using these people to get your jollies off but also spread that kind of crap. I'm going to play a brief clip from Foxy's video because it is on YouTube. I'll link it down below so you can watch and get all the context if you choose to.
I watched him put a brick on my car, on the hood, and some pot, and he lit something sticking out of it and walked away casually like he didn't do anything. The next clip after that was the front end of my car engulfed in flames. The firefighters came very quickly, and I'm very thankful for that because the fire spread to the fence and burnt the side of my house as well.
A consequence for Foxy is that since this incident took place, which was in May, mid-May in fact, which was then subsequently spoken about in early June, but not really detailed by Foxy until recently, is that she has not streamed on Twitch and been quite quiet on social media since this happened. When people start to become too afraid to do what they enjoy, or you take the joy out of what they love doing because you have removed an aspect of what they enjoy, the community, by committing crimes against them under the guise of being a viewer, a fan, a supporter, you take away a part of their life. Foxy has built up a reasonable following on multiple platforms, hundreds of thousands on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and building up that audience takes time, regardless of if you're pretty or not, if you've got talent or not, if you're skilled or not, it takes time. If someone no longer feels safe in their home, they have to move or hire security. People have to weigh up whether or not it is worth continuing in the field they are in, especially in this particular genre, of employment, is that it? Occupation, where there aren't as many protections in place because these entertainers aren't protected by kayfabe. They're not protected by the company they work for because we're all self-employed. Even those with contracts to stream exclusively on platforms aren't that well protected. And if you know that you're able to buy nice things for yourself like a car and this happens to your car, regardless of if the insurance pays out for it, is it worth it when you know there's risk to life? It is not fair to her, and what is fair is very much subjective. It is not fair to the streamer. It is not fair to the entertainer, the creator. It is not fair to them that they cannot do what they enjoy if they know someone like that is going to cause them harm, or try to cause them harm for whatever reason they can, conjure. At present, Farhan Jami remains in custody in Ohio. The case has actually been assigned to a grand jury, with bail being set at $300,000. Jami is not to leave Ohio, and at this point no court date has been listed. Arson is a very serious crime. It is quite concerning when this is not the first time this has happened to a streamer. The motivations around it are very important to understand. Lessons need to be learned from this. If Farhan Jami is found guilty, there will be a Halls of Injustice on him. He'll be going straight to one of these beautiful ISO cubes getting fisted by the skeleton of Jimmy Savile. He deserves that. Of course, innocence until proven guilty will all stand by that notion. But I won't deny, the camera evidence does him no favours. I do hope for the sake of Just Foxy, she gets back into streaming. It has been a month, hopefully with more time, that she will go back to doing what she enjoys and will feel safe doing it. And I hope you, the lovely viewers that are watching this, understand how important it is for creators to have their lives away from you. While we all love to engage with you, reply to your comments, talk to you when you're in our live stream chats, we need to know as much as you do that that has to end when we turn the stream off, when the video ends, yeah? When we stop replying to you in tweets. It is very important. Doxing, swatting, the deepfake porn crap, going to people's homes are not acceptable. If you want to send them a gift, go to their Amazon wishlist. I have one, by the way, linked down below, yes? Don't do what people used to do to people like Comedy Shorts Gamer, Deji, in the past. They sent him Tupperware pots full of poop, or used condoms that were legitimately used. Or just keep sending really expensive cake to Amberlynn Reed, who totally gets angry about it, yet she actually eats it all anyway. If you're the person who wants to now find a loophole to try and exploit this point, yeah, to make it seem like, oh, but if I do this extreme thing, it's totally okay because you haven't included it, please hit the unsubscribe and fuck off. Thank you.